am recognized as the poorest female star on the entire network. The company has taken on a reality show variety program that steps into the lives of stars. They want me to shoot and live stream truly to set off the newly signed rich and beautiful rookie. Alright. Then I'll live in the staff dormitory and eat boiled vegetables every day. However, some netizens found out that my chopsticks are worth 200 yuan. And the bed in the dormitory is worth 2 million yuan. Tave. The company has taken on a reality show for you. Just perform as usual. I took the contract and casually glanced at it. 24-hour close-up recording of the real life of stars? Is this making a documentary? My agent, Sister Yang, rolled her eyes. You don't understand, right? This variety show is our company's main promotion. In order to get you on it, I've really put in a lot of effort. Then thank you, Sister Yang. I habitually thanked her. Before I could finish speaking, I suddenly realized, no, as an 18th tier and known star like me, how did you get the company to choose me? Suddenly, a bunch of unspoken rules flashed through my mind. Sister Yang chuckled. The company recently signed a rich and beautiful new talent. It is said that she is the eldest lady of the Yaimai group. I suggested using you to set her off. That's why you were chosen. Who let you be the recognized poorest female star? I remained silent. At that time, I was living on the streets without a penny on me and was brought back by Sister Yang. For so many years, Sister Yang, the company, and even my fans all thought that I was extremely poor. I thought for a while. It's rare to have a variety show that doesn't require running, singing, dancing, or high-difficulty tasks like solving cases or taking care of children. So I happily signed the contract. Isn't it just setting off? What's so difficult about this? Anyone can do it. The day after signing the contract, a team quickly came to shoot the preview. On the day the preview was released, the variety show became popular all over the network. Among them, Celeste is the most popular. I am a country bumpkin. I love watching the rich lady's mansion and swimming pool. Record more in the main show. Wow! With a loud sound from the sky, the old servant makes a grand entrance. Miss, walk in and out more slowly so that I can see where it's suitable for me to tie myself. There are also many haters who dislike me. We want to watch science fiction, not documentary. There is completely no need to bring Tave. Is she on the variety show to curry favor with our miss? Oh my god. The analysis upstairs is so right. This poor person must be on the variety show to hug the thigh. After reading the comments, I just want to say, is that all? None of these haters this time are any good. Soon it was the day of recording the variety show. Because of the advance warm-up, the live stream was open 24 hours a day for synchronous live streaming. The 5 participants are Camel, who debuted as a child star, famous martial arts star Hemi, little diva Aura, the rich and beautiful new talent Celeste, and me, the poorest female star in the 18th tier. To increase the topic, the live stream starts from the studio. After I awkwardly smiled in front of the live stream for nearly half an hour, they finally arrived one after another. And Celeste, who came last, apologized as soon as she entered. Sorry everyone. I came from the manor and it's a bit far, so I'm a little late. I lowered my head to hide my speechlessness. Manor? Why didn't you come from a castle? Camel waved his hand. Waiting for a beauty is our pleasure. Then the formal recording began. The host asked us about our schedule arrangements and daily lives for this week. Camel has a full schedule of announcements and is basically stationed at the film and television city. Hemi is a martial arts instructor for a costume drama and needs to go into the mountains. Aurora is on vacation recently and is preparing to start a 7-day travel vacation. Celeste has a full schedule of courses, showing the company's cultivation of her. I had a sudden inspiration and boldly suggested, why don't I live stream sleeping? After I said that, there was silence for 3 seconds. Seeing that the atmosphere was not right, the host quickly changed the topic and didn't stay on me for too long. In the live stream room, a few people were sporadically saying that I am an unknown star, a poor person, and not dedicated. After another hour, the opening finally ended, and the host announced the task for today. The guest with the lowest popularity in the live stream room today will be responsible for entertaining everyone for dinner tomorrow. I looked left and right. All right. You might as well just call my name directly. After leaving the studio, I immediately returned to the staff dormitory. Perhaps because many passers-by were curious. The popularity of my live stream room actually exceeded 10 million. So, I met the amateurs trained by the company, the new rookie boy group, and even the new little flower in the elevator lobby. Those who usually stay 3 feet away from me when we meet were so enthusiastic to the camera that they almost squeezed me out of the elevator. After a difficult journey to the door of the dormitory, I entered and took the live stream room to walk around. 1 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, and 1 bathroom. The staff dormitories of the company also have different grades. Mine is considered a medium to high-level treatment in the company. However, passers-by who are used to short videos are very disappointed. Some haters started to set the rhythm and brush in the comment area. Is that all? What's so good to see? Just then, some fans of Celeste came in and shouted, "Our daughter is live streaming visiting the C brand over there." The C brand is a high-end luxury brand. Usually, you need an appointment to enter. You can't even enter without their VIP card. And a VIP card starts at 500 yuan. Suddenly, everyone left the live stream room one after another to join in the excitement. I didn't care at all. Go, all go. I just like making money without having to work. Looking at the time, I was about to start live streaming making lunch. Although I am an 18th tier and known star, in order to look good on camera, I basically eat diet meals. I took a piece of chicken breast from the refrigerator and paired it with buckwheat noodles. Wait, look at that vinaigrette. Isn't it 100 yuan a bottle? It seems to be true. Could it be deliberately bought to show off? Hilarious. Could it be an empty bottle picked up from somewhere? I just want to ask weakly. What kind of vinaigrette is so expensive? I pretended not to see the intense barrage of discussions. When I was tittying up things in the morning, I was careless and brought what I usually eat by accident. It's okay. Celeste's side is even more extravagant and luxurious. After plating and bringing it to the living room, I picked up the knife and fork in my hand and paused. This fork. Why does it look so familiar? Isn't this from brand X? A brand where a knife and fork cost 30 or 40,000 yuan. What's the point of doing this? You really went all out for a variety show. Very good. The haters are starting to get on track. I sat down and ate with peace of mind. After eating and simply cleaning up, I took the live stream room into the bedroom. I never break my promise when it comes to live streaming sleeping. Asleep. I didn't know that some fans had taken screenshots and posted them online. Netizens began to dig deeper. A set of kitchenware costs 88 yuan. These chopsticks are worth 200 yuan per pair. This bed is 2 million yuan. Shocked. Tide suspected of borrowing money to show off. I was woken up by Sister Yang's call. As soon as I answered, there was a roar. Tave. How much money did you borrow? Ah? What did you borrow? How much? I was confused. Fortunately, Sister Yang noticed that my live stream was still on and asked me to go into the bathroom to talk. Only then did I learn the whole story from her. This is too outrageous. These netizens are really good at making things up. But this really wasn't on purpose. It's just that there's nothing in this dormitory. I have to bring my own bed, my own kitchenware, and let alone tableware. No matter what the reason is. Remember your purpose of being on this variety show. Set off. Not let you steal the limelight. At this point, Sister Yang sighed and her tone softened. We can't afford to offend a rich lady like Celeste. If we are banned, all our efforts will be in vain. Yes. If we are banned, all our efforts will be in vain. I also sighed. I know. Sister Yang. Who would have thought that this would be dug up? After all, I don't have many fans. In my imagination, my live stream room should be deserted and no one would watch at all. Then Sister Yang can't stand it and buy me a few fake fans to pretend. In harmony. Complete this variety show lying down and earn the announcement fee. I racked my brains and finally decided to play dumb. I went back in front of the camera. Is this bed very expensive? The company is so good to me. Is this tableware very expensive? My friend gave it to me. She is so good to me. Is this vinaigrette very expensive? It's so surprising. I won it in a lottery. My explanations seemed to give them a way out. Quickly, the leader of the haters followed my words and inferred. This is a staff dormitory. It's estimated that the bed was left behind by some big shot, and not wanted anymore. The tableware is very likely brought back from some film set. Winning the lottery? Definitely a pirated one. Seeing that the accident was reversed, I didn't look at the barrage anymore. After a while, the popularity ranking of the live stream room came out. Not surprisingly, I was the last one. But after this commotion, I didn't lose too badly. I only had a few thousand fewer popularity points than Celeste. But I walked around the kitchen twice and took out my phone and called the director. Director, please provide the entertainment expense for the program. Don't deduct the announcement fee. Director, this operation of mine further solidified my title as the poorest female star. The persona is firmly established again. The next day, my live stream content changed from sleeping to grocery shopping at the market. This operation of the program group saved the popularity value of my live stream room that had finally dropped to single digits last night. After a while, the live stream room was filled with fans from various families. Yang can't eat mangoes, peanuts, and milk as he is allergic. Also, he is filming a drama. In order to look good on camera, he can only eat diet meals. Ge ofs meat. He only eats beef that is medium rare. For other meats, they must be well done and not too tough. Otherwise, John doesn't like strong tasting things. No onions, ginger, or garlic. Our miss only eats air-fried ingredients. Don't give our miss something that makes her have diarrhea. When I finally saw the fans of Celeste, I couldn't hold back and broke down. I raised my eyebrows and took a screenshot and sent it to the director. What should I do? Director? The miss needs air-fried ingredients. Director. After a while, the director told me that Celeste provided her own ingredients. Combining the needs of various families, I finally decided to make steak and vegetable salad. After all, there are not many choices for me. After quickly finishing shopping, before I could slack off a bit, I saw a barrage. Our daughter is so great. Woo woo. She is afraid that Tave will be too busy and wants to come and help. Then came Celeste's fans who praised her. Our daughter is beautiful and kind-hearted. What right does Tave have to let the eldest lady of the my group serve her? Our daughter is so hardworking. Is this the pain of having to go home and inherit the family business if you don't work hard? I rolled my eyes behind the camera. Celeste came very quickly. She brought black truffles and sashimi. She sidestepped my hand reaching for the ingredients. This is very expensive. It was her freight from abroad this morning. You must have never seen it before. Right? Let me handle the ingredients. I kept in mind my persona. Wow. I've never seen it before. It's really an eye-opener. After saying that, I shivered. It turns out that there is a reason why I am not popular. Fortunately, Celeste didn't pay attention to my exaggerated acting skills. Seeing me cooperate so well, she proudly puffed out her chest and introduced to the live stream room. Today, I'll show my clumsy skills. Those who like to eat truffle sashimi can learn. Her fans were very supportive. Celeste, seeing that she had successfully attracted many fans, smiled smugly. After taking the things to the kitchen, she came up to me again and pretended to be kind-hearted. You may not be used to truffle sashimi. Shall I have someone prepare something else for you? I glanced at the two cameras. Wow. Then can I have Buddha jumps over the wall? I haven't seen it yet. As soon as my words fell, Celeste's hypocritical smile froze. Then, as if she had been severely bullied, her eyes were filled with tears. It's all my fault. I don't know how to make Buddha jumps over the wall. Woo woo. I'm so useless. In 1 second. She was in tears. Her speed of changing expressions left me dumbfounded. I imitated her and said a grieved lie. It's all my fault. I thought I could see something amazing today. After all, Buddha jumps over the wall is our most famous dish. The air instantly fell silent. Celeste's face instantly became ugly and she turned to look at the live stream room. Sure enough, some fans understood the implication of my words. The rich all like to eat Western food. I really don't know what's so delicious about it. I can't understand these sashimi. Isn't our Buddha jumps over the wall delicious? I can't afford Buddha jumps over the wall. I love spicy chicken, pickled cabbage and fish, kung pao chicken, sweet and sour pork ribs. Slurp slurp, the one upstairs can be my meal companion. Yum yum. Celeste's sighs had even more tears. I'm clumsy and only learned these simple ones. Usually, our family has a dedicated 5-star chef to make Buddha jumps over the wall and so on. This self-deprecation made a group of mother fans feel extremely sorry for her and sent barrage messages to comfort her. Our daughter is already super great. Isn't it normal for a young lady like us not to know how to cook? That's right. Moreover, you have learned to make sashimi. You are already super great. What is Tave doing? Just because she asked you a question. She thinks she's something. She even dares to order Buddha jumps over the wall. I'm really speechless. Celeste was also very clever, and stopped while she was ahead. She forced herself to be calm and walked into the kitchen to continue handling the ingredients. I, who was left behind, quietly took out my phone. Sister Yang. Recommends Celeste's acting coach to me. Sister Yang. I put away my phone and followed her into the kitchen to handle the ingredients together. Next. Celeste behaved herself and gained the favor of fans without making any more trouble. Our live stream rooms instantly turned into a food live stream. However, there was not much technical content. Soon, Camel and Aura also arrived. Camel had just finished filming and rushed over. He looked very tired. Countless fans felt sorry for their brother and asked him to rest in the living room. Aurora, full of energy, squeezed into the kitchen to help. Looking at the existing ingredients, she decided to make a truffle cream soup, with the addition of the little diva. Celeste's limelight was completely stolen. The kitchen with 3 people was also very crowded. I was just about to find an excuse to go to the living room to entertain Camel when I heard a crisp sound. Splat. Celeste broke a bowl. And this set of bowls was exactly the tableware worth 88 yuan that had been uncovered by netizens. Oh, I was so careless. Tave, I'll pay you back. If you can't eat because of me. Celeste had a crying tone and looked at me with teary eyes. I twitched the corner of my mouth. It's okay. It's just a bowl. I'll look for it. I should have another one. When Celeste saw me rummaging and finding an identical piece of tableware again, her expression became subtle. I stuffed the bowl into her hand. Miss, break it as you please. It doesn't matter. At this time, in the live stream room, among a group of sympathetic barrage messages, there were some strange barrage messages mixed in. What's going on? I actually think Eve has a domineering president style. Strange CP has increased. Tableware worth 88 yuan can be broken casually. This bowl is at most 8.8 yuan. Obviously, you guys still believe it when it's just buying fans and bragging? Celeste was a little flustered and hurriedly took out her phone and transferred money to me. Alipay received 5,000 yuan. The crisp voice notification sounded extremely harsh in the quiet kitchen. Celeste's face instantly darkened. I smiled and took out my phone and waved it. Received. Theft. Aurora was the first to burst out laughing. Noticing our gazes, she straightened her expression. Xiao Bai. Take our OU to change clothes. I'll clean up here. Only then did I notice that there were quite a few water stains on Celeste's skirt. Since she was going to change clothes, she didn't bring the camera. As soon as she was out of the shooting range, Celeste pointed at me and warned, "Tave, don't think I don't know what you're thinking. I advise you to recognize the gap between us as soon as possible." After saying these harsh words, she turned and left. "Celeste," I called out, and stood still. Celeste paused for a moment, raised her head arrogantly and said, "All right. As long as you beg me, I'll allow you to follow me. Over there is the bathroom. The closet is here. You went the wrong way." Celeste glared at me angrily for a long time before taking two big steps and coming in front of me. She looked down at me and said word by word, "Since you insist on bringing shame on yourself, then I can't be polite anymore." After saying that, she snorted coldly and walked straight forward. I silently took out my phone and sent a message to Sister Yang. "Don't introduce Celeste's acting coach. I'm afraid it will mess up my mind if I learn from it." Sister Yang. After finding clothes for Celeste to change into, I returned to the kitchen first. Celeste didn't come back until more than 10 minutes later. Originally, Celeste was wearing an exquisite white waist-cinching short skirt, looking very charming. Now she was wearing loose sportswear and looked much more ordinary. Everyone. Tave's face is so stunning. Obviously they are both wearing sportswear. Tavander poorest and together. In terms of temperament and appearance, she is completely on par. What are you licking upstairs? Our OU is a temperament beauty. What's so good about Tave's vulgar appearance? That's right. Tave's awkward acting skills. It's so funny. Before the barrage messages could argue for long, they were drowned out by her Aura's fans. The live stream room was full of praises for the little diva. Celeste wasn't used to being ignored, so she went out on the pretext of welcoming Hemi. After waiting for almost an hour, the two of them still hadn't returned. At this time, a barrage message floated across my live stream room. "Celeste is allergic to the clothes Tave gave her." Oh my god. What kind of clothes did Tave give? Wouldn't it be moldy old clothes? Could it be a 20 yuan piece of street stall goods? Our daughter came to help early. I didn't expect Tave to be so mean-hearted. Really speechless. What is the program team doing by inviting Tave? Just causing trouble. A large number of fans were denouncing in my live stream room. Even some fans were posting in Camel and Aura's live stream rooms. Camel looked a little unhappy when looking at the barrage messages. "Tave, what's wrong with the clothes you gave our OU? I explained to the camera, "It's just an ordinary set of sportswear." "Why is Celeste allergic then?" Camel's tone was stiff. I was extremely puzzled. How would I know? Just when the atmosphere was frozen, Aurora exclaimed while holding her phone, "Oh my god. I didn't see it wrong. Did I?" The one Tave gave Celeste is the new version of the D family. Its new version has changed to double-sided embroidered logo. I almost didn't recognize it. As soon as Aurora's words fell, Camel's expression immediately froze and his expression was subtle. I was a little surprised that Aurora could recognize this piece of clothing. Its new version hasn't been launched yet. This one was sent for VVIP opinions after the revision. There should not be many received. I quickly thought about whether to admit it or maintain my persona. This time, the barrage messages didn't have much reference value. The haters could only dryly say it's a fake. At this time, Celeste entered the live stream room with her main account. Everyone has misunderstood. I was allergic outside. It's not Tave's clothes problem. Don't make things difficult for her. With Celeste's words, her fans took the opportunity to step down and told her to have a good rest. At this time, Aurora spoke again. Our OU. Shouldn't her fans apologize to Tave? I looked at Aurora in surprise. The latter winked playfully at me. Soon Celeste apologized to me on behalf of her fans. Then she immediately left the live stream room, saying she wanted to rest. This farce came to an end. The director team informed us that Hemi sent Celeste back and wouldn't come over. Let's not wait for him. Camel was already extremely embarrassed after experiencing that wave of operations. After eating a few mouthfuls quickly, he left on the pretext of looking at the script. Aurora didn't care at all. She took the cool truffle cream soup into the kitchen to reheat it. I followed and asked in a low voice, "Why are you helping me?" Aurora leaned over and whispered in my ear, "Because there is no eldest lady in the Yaimai group. There is only Kali and An. Right? By Yaimai?" I looked at her aura in shock. After 5 years, I heard this name again. My former name. By Yaimai. After dinner, the director team notified that Celeste would invite everyone to a banquet at the manor tomorrow to express her apology. Everyone can bring friends to participate. This news made the fans in the live stream room boil again. Here comes the manor of the young lady. It is suggested that the program team change the name to step into the life of a rich woman. Am I the only one looking forward to who everyone's friends will be? Seeing this, I silently complained. I will definitely bring my agent. Just after complaining, the director added a rule: agents and assistants cannot be brought. It's over. The way is blocked. Aurora suddenly became interested and held up the live stream room to take everyone to surprise visit friends at night. In this way, the fans in my live stream room were also taken away, leaving only a few diehard fans. Finally, I breathed a sigh of relief and left the live stream room on an excuse. Who is Aurora exactly? She actually called out my real name. Once upon a time, there was also a young lady in the Yaimai group. The group's name was taken from their daughter, so the real young lady is called by Yaimai. However, as early as 5 years ago, the boss of the Yaimai group and his wife had a car accident. Only their just adult daughter was left. This matter was tightly concealed by the board of directors, so everyone didn't know that there was no longer a young lady in the Yaimai group. Now there is only Kali and in the Yaimai group. I shook my head to get rid of the memories in my mind and started thinking about who I should find to attend Celeste's banquet tomorrow. How about finding one from the company's new rookie boy group? They should also be very happy to increase exposure before their official debut. Celeste's manor is in the suburbs of Beijing. To make the live stream less boring, I started from noon and had fun eating and drinking all the way until I reached the gate of the manor. As soon as I arrived, Celeste greeted me. "Tave, you're finally here. I thought you couldn't find it." I looked at the manor from a distance. It was familiar yet strange. This is the place where I last saw my parents. It is also the reason why I sold the house. And all the fruits and vegetables originally planted in the manor have been replaced with flower seeds. This place has now become a sea of flowers. Seeing that I was stunned, Celeste's pride grew even more. She leaned against a Bentley, finding an extremely perfect angle. She looked very slender with a small waist and long legs. Very alluring. A bit like a car model. "Tave, let me take you in. Otherwise, it will take you at least half an hour to walk in." I struggled to shift my gaze from the sea of flowers to Celeste's face and said firmly, "It seems that your allergy won't get better for the time being." Celeste's arrogant expression froze for a moment, as if thinking about whether I had implied something about her. I ignored her and adjusted the camera of the live stream room. "Dear friends, since it takes half an hour to walk in, let me show you the manor carefully." I held the live stream room and passed by Celeste. Unexpectedly, there were still many of Celeste's fans who came to my live stream room. Maybe they were tired of looking at the Bentley for half an hour? It has been for years since I sold the manor. The entire manor seems to have been newly renovated. Even that sea of flowers seems to have just been transplanted. The whole manor is flashy, and doesn't seem to have any signs of being lived in. I walked into the path relying on my memory. The original morning glory trellis is also gone and has all been replaced with peonies. I was deceived by novels. It turns out that giving flowers can't win the heart of the young lady. The young lady is not short of flowers at all. Everyone. I'm a little allergic to pollen even through the screen. The old servant. The old servant doesn't know where to tie himself to watch the door for a moment. Sigh. Wow. Why do I feel that this is a bit like a manner for tourist check-ins? This last barrage message caught my attention. Manor for tourist check-ins? Now that I think about it, the boss who bought my manor at that time didn't have the surname by. How could Celeste be the owner here? I composed myself and continued walking in. It doesn't matter. Whether Celeste is the owner here or not has nothing to do with me. After looking at more than 30 kinds of flowers, I finally arrived at the banquet hall. It wasn't dark yet, but the lights in the banquet hall were bright. Celeste was surrounded in the middle, with Camel and a group of young and handsome guys crowding around her. And on the table in the center of the banquet hall were many foods. I walked over and casually took to pastries and sat in the corner waiting for the friend prepared by Sister Yang for me. There were few people in the corner, and no one in the live stream room spoke, whether it was fans or passers-by. They all left. Just don't have to work. I was happy to be free. I ate the pastries happily. What? Can't make it anymore? No food to eat? As the voice sounded, a figure sat down beside me. I turned around and chuckled twice. Uncle. Long time no see. Why? Do you still recognize me? Colleen gave me a cold glance and forcibly snatched the pastries from my hand. I moved my position to block the camera. Why is Colleen here? Suddenly I thought of something and looked up and down at Colleen in shock. Could Celeste be your daughter? Cough. Colleen almost choked when he heard this. I'm only 36. How could I have such a big daughter? Colleen rolled his eyes speechless lie. Don't guess randomly. If you can't make it, go back to work at the company. I bit the pastry and shook my head wildly. Impossible. Never in this life. After my parents passed away, I was forced to take over as the domineering president for 4 years. I have to get up before dawn every day, and can only go home at 1 or 2 in the morning. I was completely deceived by the domineering president's life in novels. Finally, I let my uncle take over and ran out to be lazy. Definitely. Absolutely. Can't go back. Colleen snorted coldly. With the way you're messing around, you can't even support yourself. I was about to answer when a cry of surprise sounded. Colleen. Why are you sitting here? The person who came was Hemi. I took the opportunity to stand up. Colleen. I won't disturb you anymore. After saying that, I quickly left. Why can't I hear what they're saying? Why is Tave blocking the camera? Tave is probably hugging thighs. Flirting with the rich sponsor in front of the live stream room? I said how could Tiv afford the new family clothes? It turns out that she is being kept. I didn't see the chaotic barrage messages in the live stream room. At this moment, I was intercepted by Celeste. She pulled me and introduced to the people around her. This is Tave. Please take care of her in the future. Among these people, except for Camel who debuted as a child star and has more seniority, the others are basically 3rd or 4th tier male stars. Of course, they are all better than me. An 18th tier unknown star. I smiled politely and asked them to give me advice. Celeste was very satisfied with my attitude and firmly held me to be her foil. I had no choice but to follow and take out a few pastries to eat. At this time, the rumor that I was being kept spread rapidly. The poorest female star and the rich sponsor. Until the end of the banquet. I didn't see the friend arranged by Sister Yang. I just followed Celeste and Liz into her tea talk, which gave me a headache. Strangely, Aurora didn't come today, and the director team couldn't contact her either. When I walked back along the path after leaving, there were 2 honks behind me. Colleen rolled down the car window and motioned for me to get in. I looked at the live stream room, turned off the sound pickup, and took out a cloth from my pocket to cover the camera. I can't turn off the live stream room, but I can keep it on without broadcasting. After doing this, I got in the car at ease. As soon as I sat down firmly, Colleen began to mock me. How come Miss Bai doesn't even have a decent vehicle anymore? I was silent for 3 seconds and let out a sound of disgust. Uncle, you've become bad. You're speaking sarcastically. Colleen rolled his eyes. You said you wanted to change jobs and take a break and enjoy your youth. Is this your youth? What's wrong with this? Isn't the camera recording my youth properly? When I don't have a role, can't I stay at home and lie down like a corpse? I retorted righteously. Colleen's mouth twitched. Okay. No matter what your reason is. Start coming back to take over next week. Let me take a vacation. I saw that the car had entered the community and decided to play dumb. What did you say? Why can't I hear you? Colleen parked the car steadily and turned to stare at me. I stared back innocently. At the beginning, we agreed that he would take over the group. I can't be tricked back anyway. Bai Yi sighed deeply. His eyes deep. It's almost 5 years. You should let it go. The death of your brother and sister-in-law is not your fault. He said softly. They don't blame you. And I don't blame you either. You should live for yourself. I don't remember how I got back to the dormitory in the end. The events of 5 years ago kept spinning in my mind. My birthday is on New Year's Eve. On that day, my parents were invited to a charity dinner. When they came back, there was a car accident on the highway. When they were sent to the hospital, they couldn't be saved and died on the spot. And that night, it was me who insisted that they come back to celebrate my birthday. I didn't dare to face that manor. As long as I stayed there, it was like going back to that night. Reunion turned out to be a family ruined. So I put the manor up for sale on the platform at a low price. I remember that the person who signed the contract was a boss surnamed Wang. Wait, is the boss of my entertainment company also surnamed Wang? Thinking of this, I quickly took out my phone and searched for the boss of Quan Hua Entertainment. Before I could search, I saw overwhelming hot searches. Tave, get out of the entertainment industry. I clicked in with a confused face and got a mouthful of bad news. It was actually said that I had an affair with Colleen. I got up and called Sister Yang to explain. Unexpectedly, Sister Yang said that there was no need to clarify for the time being. The director team said that you were live streaming passively. Don't clarify this first and take advantage of the heat. The announcement fee will be double for you. There are only 2 days left for the 5-day live streaming in the contract. After we finish the live stream and hold a press conference to explain, it can also create momentum for you. At this point, Sister Yang suddenly stopped and after a long time burst out a sentence. Just so you can live stream while lying down. My eyes lit up instantly. It makes sense. So I can live stream while lying down and make a lot of money. After hanging up the phone, I continued to check the information about Quan Hua Entertainment. Sure enough, Celeste's young lady persona was hyped up by the company. The so-called villas and manors are all fake. If nothing unexpected happens, after the variety show ends, this manor will be opened as a vacation manor. Combined with the reputation of the manor where the young lady grew up, this place will become a tourist check and holy place. With this operation, the boss directly makes his wallet jingle. More and more people poured into the live stream room. And the barrage was swiped so fast that I couldn't see what was being scolded at all. I secretly contacted the technical staff of the live streaming platform and asked them to add a gift special effect of throwing stinky eggs overnight. It doesn't have to be too expensive. 1 yuan for 10 eggs. Well, if you don't make money when you can, you're a fool. After all, the company is mine. And it's me who is being scolded. Since I'm being scolded anyway, let's make more money first. So I really live streamed while lying down for a day and a half. For the last half day, because there was a wrap-up party, I had to go back to the studio to record. This time, I was the one who was late. Along the way, I was almost torn apart by haters. When the host saw that everyone was here, he began to get to the point. Through this program, everyone has also seen the lives of stars at different stages and of different types. This is actually the meaning of our making this variety show. Now we will draw 5 lucky audiences for QA. Everyone can send out their questions on the screen. Although it is a live broadcast, these question draws are all done behind closed doors. All the questions have been prepared long ago. I sat on the far side with a smile on my face. In fact, I was almost falling asleep. The first two questions were unremarkable until the third question. The question was for Aurora. And it was also very proper. It was asking why she had been on vacation for so long, and when she planned to take on a new script. Aurora replied that she was pregnant. Hearing Aurora's pregnancy, the live stream room completely exploded. My eyes wide and in surprise, and I couldn't help looking at Aurora's stomach. This is really eating melons on the front line. This move directly stunned the host. Fortunately, her professional level was excellent. She quickly continued to ask. Then congratulations to Zhang. Can you conveniently reveal who the father of the child is? I held my breath and guessed along with the barrage in the live stream room. Could it be the male lead of the previous drama? Or the CP from the previous variety show? At this time, a figure walked straight into the live stream room, without caring about so many people at all, and walked straight towards Aurora. He held Aurora's hand, pulled her into his arms, and faced the camera. I am the father of the child. This person was clearly Kali Ann. For a moment, the whole network began to dig into Kali Ann's identity. Soon someone found out that Kali Ann was the rich sponsor who was related to me just a few days ago. Suddenly I felt that 8 cameras turned towards me. This feeling of eating melons, and it turns out to be about oneself. Celeste sitting next to me quickly defended me. Xiao Bai is not such a person. She must have just been confused for a moment. Don't say that about her. Originally, the barrage was just various speculations, induced by Celeste like this. People directly started to criticize. Hemi frowned and was the first to speak up for me. I was also at the scene that day. Kevin Kali, and didn't have any intimate contact. Please everyone calm down first and listen to Tave's explanation. Kali Ann raised his eyebrows and looked at me, with a very annoying expression on his face. Understood. I understand everything. You want to retire because you have a wife and child. Forcing me to reveal my true identity and take over. She broke away from Kali Ann and stood next to me. I asked Kali Ann to come that day. Their relationship is very simple. Very simple kinship. I took over the words, held her aura, and faced the camera. Let me introduce to everyone. This is my Aunt Aurora. On the third day after my true identity was revealed, I was packed and sent to the Yaimai group and successfully replaced Kali Ann. He held her aura and happily said that he was on paternity leave. But as far as I know, Aurora has just been pregnant for 2 months. Is there such an early prenatal checkup? Celeste's young lady persona was exposed. According to revelations, it was obtained by being the mistress of President Wang. President Wang agreed to her plan. It can not only make a big star popular but also promote his own manner. He is extremely happy. I sat in front of the desk in distress, looking at a stack of documents, and suddenly felt backache. Leg cramps. I miss the days of being an 18th tier and non-star extremely. At this time, there was a knock on the office door. Sister Yang pushed the door open and came in with the live stream. I've changed your new contract. Our variety show has been revised. I looked at the live stream room with a confused look. The title read, Step into the Real Life of a Domineering President. I glanced at Sister Yang and then at the barrage. What does it mean? Am I doing 2 jobs? Sister Yang nodded and set up my phone for me. Come on. This time your persona has changed. Maintain it well. Kali Ann. The barrage also began to pop up one after another. Come on. Kali Ann. Go for it. Tave. Let us see the daily life of a domineering president. The poorest female star is not poor anymore. Don't call her Tave anymore. You have to call her Kali Ann. Agree with the one upstairs. Kali Ann. Get to work. There are so many eyes watching. It's over. My lazy time is gone. The painful life of a domineering president has started again.